Good morning, students. I'm Shela Goel, your psychology teacher. We are doing chapter 3, Meeting Life Challenges. Students, we have already understood that stress is the major cause of all the diseases, and we have also seen how can we manage the stress and how can we change our life to understand the stress, to cope up with the stress more. Now, it is very important aspect to promote positive health. See, there we have identified various factors which can promote positive health. It is actually, you have to understand that health involves physical, mental, social, spiritual well-being. We can't say that only physical well-being is health. No, it includes mental health also, social health and spiritual health also. But it does not mean that if you are not healthy, you have some disease. No. Positive health includes a healthy body, a person with a high personal relationships, a sense of purpose in life. He has a good regard for self. He is a master of life tasks and resilience to stress, trauma and change. That means he is able to cope up with the problems and bounce back to the life, right? Factors that act as stress buffers and facilitate positive health are diet, exercise, positive attitude, positive thinking and social support. Students, I am not saying that this will ensure your positive health. Positive health is not only just about good diet, healthy body or something. It includes all the aspects: social, physical, psychological, everything. So we have to take care of all the aspects to have a positive health. First of all, let us discuss diet. See, if you are eating greasy food, if you are eating unhealthy food, then obviously your physical health will deteriorate. A balanced diet is a must for one's mood, right? Good energy, good muscle power, good circulation, right? It is effective to deal with the stress. If we have a balanced diet, we can do it properly, right? The key to healthy living is to eat 3 main meals a day and eat a varied, well balanced diet. How much nutrition one needs depends on the one's activity level, genetic makeup, climate and health history. Now what do you understand by that? See students, very simple. If a person is doing a lot of physical work, for example, you can take a weightlifter, a person who is lifting heavy weights on the roads, they need more diet, more extra nutritious diet, because they are working in such a manner. But the person who is not doing any physical kind of a work will do, and doing more mental work, will need different kind of a diet. So we have to see what is our body type, what is the climatic condition and what should we eat according to our profession, right? And the amount of work we do, right? What people eat and how much do they weigh involve behavioral process. Some people are able to maintain healthy diet and weight while others become obese. Now, what happens actually is why we become obese. Sometimes we are not able to comprehend that our stomach is full. Sometimes there are cravings, and when there are cravings, then we eat a lot, right? And the other factor is stress. If we are in the stressful situation, we eat comfort food. Comfort food is high in fat, salt and sugar. For example, some people love to eat chocolates and chips and other things when they are in the stressful situation. All these things lead to the bad calories as well as the increase in the weight, that means obesity, which is very unhealthy. Next is exercise. Now everybody knows that exercise is good for health, and even WHO says that optimum level of exercise is required by every person. Now there is a positive relationship between the physical fitness and health, as we all know. So we have to incorporate exercise in our lifestyle so that we can improve our health conditions, we can increase our immunity, we can increase our physical strength. Okay, so regular exercise does not only reduce our weight and reduce our stress, but it has positive effect on the tension, anxiety, depression, etc. See, physical exercise can involve yogic asana, cycling, jogging, swimming, anything. It is about what you love doing it. Do that kind of an exercise. Stretching exercise have a calming effect, whereas the other physical exercises like yogic asana, cycling are good for our health, right? Even if we stretch a little bit, it will give us calmness. Now, health benefits of exercise work as a stress buffer. That means studies suggest that fitness permits individual to maintain general mental and physical well-being even in the face of negative life events. Now, what happens is, if we are healthy, if we are doing the exercises, we are maintaining a good positive health. Then what happens is, because of this fitness, we are also mentally strong to combat any stress that is coming up on us. A person, one, if you take an example, a person is weak and the other person is strong, and they have to lift a 100 kg rice bag. Then the person who is fit will have little bit of problem, but it will not be stressful. But the person who is weak will not be able to hold that 100 kg bag, right? He will give up, he will have a stress, how I am going to pull it off. But a healthy person will try, he will feel the stress, but not that much. So it is important that we do exercise regularly and maintain our physical health. Third one is positive attitude. Students, positive health and well-being is achievable only if our attitudes are positive. We have to have a accurate perception of reality. If we are negative thinkers, then what will happen? We will have a negative attitude, negative outlook towards all the situation, and it will in turn cause us more stress. So positive attitude means that we have fairly accurate perception of reality. We have a sense of purpose in our life and responsibility. We should be able to accept and tolerate different point of views. So students, let us see, every child, every individual, every teacher, every parent has different outlooks. So we have to tolerate different viewpoints from all other people, right? See, and taking credit for success and blaming other, accepting blame for failure, that is also important. If I have done something wrong, I should be able to take the blame, and if I have done something good, I should be able to take the credit for that. It needs a balanced person. क्या होता है, कई बार हमारा दिमाग ख़राब हो जाता है सक्सेस की वजह से, और फेलियर्स की वजह से हम बहुत ज़्यादा दुखी हो जाते हैं. दोनों ही सूरतों में हम काम गलत करते हैं. Finally, being open to new ideas and having a sense of humor with the ability to laugh at oneself help us to remain centered and see things in a proper perspective. That means हमें अपने आप के ऊपर हंसना आना चाहिए, हमें अपनी गलतियों पे हंसना आना चाहिए, नए नए आइडियों की खोज करनी चाहिए. इससे हमारा पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड डेवलप रहता है. See students, a positive attitude is different from positive thinking. Thinking has been increasingly recognized in reducing and coping with stress. हमारी सोच के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है बेटा सब कुछ. Optimism, which is the inclination to expect favorable life outcomes, has been linked to physiological, psychological and physical well-being. Now see, a person is optimistic, then what will happen? He will always believe that something good is going to come out of the situation. That means he is going to work harder to get that positive outcome. But if the person is not optimistic, he will give up easily. इसमें तो कुछ नहीं होएगा. Nothing will come out of this. So the attitude of optimism is very good for an individual. People differ in the manner in which they cope. For example, optimists tend to assure that adversity can be handled successfully, whereas pessimists anticipate disasters. What does this mean? This means that the person who is pessimist, who does not believe, then what will happen? they will think of the worst. They will believe in not in the positivity but the negativity of the situation. Okay, and the optimistic people will whereas think that they can cope up with all the problems and can succeed too. The optimists are problem solvers. They focus on the problem and try to solve it. They try to get the answers from others. They try to come up with the answers. Whereas pessimists always ignore the problem. They are good in denying. They are good in interfering, right? But they are not able to cope up with the stress. Now students, last is social support. Social support is very important for us. In our Asian community, we have lots of social support in the form of our family, friends, school, our work environment. Everybody love each other, right? They take care of each other. We value that connections, right? We have a good network, communication network. We talk to each other. We try to solve each other's problems. Now social support are of many types. Perceived support, that is the quality of good social support, is positively related to health and well-being, whereas social network, that is the quality of social support, is unrelated to well-being because it is very time consuming and demanding to maintain a large social network. That means the people who are going to help us really are different from the social network. We may know many people, but how many people will stand for us, that will be different. So if you take an example of a woman who is exposed to life events, lot of life stresses, and has a good friend, then what will happen? She will talk to her, she will take some help from her, and there will be some solution in her mind. Whereas if she does not have any support, then what will happen? She will feel more stressed and there can be more complications that she won't be able to cope up. People with high level of social support from family and friends may experience less stress when they comfort a stressful experience, and they may cope up with it successfully. Now you have to notice that there are lots of support system that we have, but the support that we get are of many types. First is tangible support. Tangible support is in the form of money, goods and services. If your friend gives you money to cope up with the financial problem, then that is known as tangible support. Your neighbor gives you a lemon or a ginger. If you are missing it in your kitchen, then this is known as tangible support. Sometimes you are not at home and your grandmother or niece or nephew come and sit along with the children. This is also a kind of a service that is provided by your relatives. This is also known as tangible support, and it reduces our sadness, it reduces our anxiety, it facilitates the coping strategies of an individual. There is more other type of support also, like emotional support. Emotional support is reassuring a person, telling that yes, you are loved, that you are valued, you are cared for. This gives a good self-esteem, okay, and the sadness diminishes and positive thinking arises. So students, we need to help each other, sometimes emotionally, sometimes by goods, money or services. Now there is a concept of resilience and health. Resilience is a dynamic developmental process that refers to the positive adjustment. कोई भी हमारा लाइफ में कंडीशन आ सकता है स्ट्रेसफुल, दैट इज़ फुल ऑफ एडवर्सिटी, बट इफ़ वी बाउंस बैक टू द लाइफ, if we cope up with the stress and come up with the ideas to cope up with it, that means we have more resilience. There is a feeling of self-worth, self-confidence in the people who have resilience. They are problem solvers, they are resourceful, they are flexible. Sometimes you have to understand that resilient individuals are able to cope up with the trauma, stress, adversity, and are more psychologically healthy. Now resilience can be understood by three terms, three resources. I have, that means मेरे पास क्या है. I have people around me who trust me, they love me, I am, what are my inner strengths? I am confident, I am resourceful, I am hardworking. This is my strength, inner strength. And I can, what I can in the future. That means I am a problem solver. I have a good interpersonal skills. I can solve the problems. If we have these three, I have, I am, I can, that means we have resilience personality. Example, children may have plenty of self-esteem, that I am this, I am that, but may lack anyone whom they can turn to for the support. I don't have that support system, and I do not have the capacity to solve the problem. He will not be a resilient person. We need all three to cope up with the problems and have good health. I hope students you have understood it well, and you will try to take these two topics in your life and understand the life better. Thank you students. Happy learning.